Ranked matchups always elevate the pressure. The heart beats a little faster. It gets a little more intense, particularly if that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see a top 5 team in this conference taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Clemson Tigers offense going to get the chance to start this game off. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. We're just going to see what they do today.
And the Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Red pass, it's complete. There he goes! They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. Clemson jumps to the line. For a quarterback as highly touted as Cade Klubnik was, I think he would even tell you he started slowly, but man, the progression, the improvement has been exponential, Jesse.
It has, Reese, and he's played big in big games as of late. You think back to last year's ACC championship game, and then I would argue his game against Texas, even in the loss in the playoff, that might have been his best game of the season, making throw after throw. You can see why he was so highly recruited, and if he plays up to that standard week in, week out, Clemson's going to be really tough to beat.
The quick out. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. Now, guys, when you're talking about Clemson, at this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today. But it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically
looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They won it all. Exactly what they got.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these got the same page. They had a look defense. Let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under and make a big play for it.
Yeah, when I'm a receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Duke's offense will get the ball for the first time. And they are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback in this whole offense, David.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful, they wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness. It's focal point 1, 2, and 3, Jesse.
They're physical and athletic, and that's the thing that's so dynamic about this position group, right? They stop the run, they get after your quarterback. A tremendous challenge for this offensive line to try and match that physicality. We'll see if they can get it done.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. This crowd, full throat, splitting the ear quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Anthony. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. This offense has it with really good field position. Back to pass, it's Klubnik. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He did in that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And what a job by the defense, seeing the quarterback throw the football, break on the football, no space allowed. As soon as he catches it, defender meet ball carrier and gets him on the ground.
The Tigers need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. That's reeled in, it's Randall. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And now the lead's extended a little further. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. Looking for blockers. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Both of these defenses a little bend, but not breaking in clutch situations, David.
It's always exciting when you can go for it on fourth down and you know your defense will make a stand. They held him to a field goal, Jesse. It's a pretty good job by that defense.
It is. So on this coaching staff, don't deviate from the game plan here. Go back to doing what you want to do and get established in this game.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
And that's something this offense is going to try to do in this game, and they're doing it early. They want to establish the run game. They want to be more physical. They want to control the line of scrimmage. That's how they're going to attack this defense.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. They got zero push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Wants to adjust the pattern. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. He's got it, first down and more. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. He's not the biggest guy in the world, but on big moments, big fourth downs, they look for it.
And those guys are so hard to get your hands on. Like, you want to come up and jam them. You know the ball's going to come out pretty quickly, but he does a great job winning at the line of scrimmage, QB and him, same page. Fourth down, no problem.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. This time it's complete. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Wants to fire on 2nd down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Taking it the other way. Inside the touchdown, Clemson. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Really nice drive by this offense. This is a top 10 defense. This is a challenge. They're going to make everything difficult. So when you can make some plays against this defense, you got to absolutely take advantage, create some momentum for your squad. Nice drive by this offense.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll call for the fair catch here. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wide open spaces. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Now they'll run it on the toss. There he goes. He's loose. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead, and they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. So first down here as they go back to work. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged out of the air. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Quarterback may change this route. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Duke!
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. It's complete to the right. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. give to the running back. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The RPO, fire complete to the left. At the 40, there he goes. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tigers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Snagged in the middle. It's Haynes. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He kept him out of the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1-yard line.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Motion from the wideout. He'll keep it himself. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They lost ground on 1st down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. Back to pass. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. The 50. The 40. Inside the 30. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far. And if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. Caught in the backfield, it's Castle. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss.
Oh, he's got some space. He'll step out of bounds at the 11.
Once you start getting closer to the end zone, you start bringing in more big bodies, right? They're going to run the football more. The field shrinks. I can run different coverages, but really nice job saying, that's fine. You bring in the big bodies. I'm going to toss the ball in the perimeter for a nice positive gain.
On the run, it's Castle. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Zanes it complete to the right. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Might be changing the route. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Makes the catch. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Oh, he just needed to stretch the ball out a few inches more, and he would have picked up the first down. It was a great individual effort there on 3rd down, getting back a bunch of yards, and now they're in a position to go for it here on 4th.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. And the Tigers buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on 1st down. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
From his end zone, needs to be careful here. Pulls it in, it's Moore. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting the...
Going for the big play. He's got it down the left. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Looking for a crease to the left. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to throw. It's Klubnik. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. And he rushes it right through the uprights. It's good from 59.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
And the Blue Devils can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on it. Hey, if they can stop him on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grab near the marker is Anthony. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. He might want another play. Looking downfield on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
2nd down, he'll throw it. He's got him this time. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Looking to throw on first down. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Second and 10, he'll throw again. Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Oh, the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? They're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to meet a contested catch on the back end, but he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
On third down, going up top. Can't find a receiver, and down goes the quarterback. A sack to punctuate this first half. The Tigers will kick it off to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in.
Turning it on! He's all the way out to the 32-yard line before he's forced out of bounds.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Finds the tight end. And this one will be stopped for no gain. In their vision of that play, someone would run free after making an easy catch. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to go except down.
Probably looked really good when they drew that one up on the board this week in practice, but obviously a lot more difficult to go out and execute. Give the defense credit. Great stop.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
The Blue Devils are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. Hunt is on its way. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. Right down the middle. Wide open downfield. Oh, I thought he was taking that all the way, but they stop him at the 7. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback on the keeper. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Touchdown, Clemson. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on first down. Gonna take a shot. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
And this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react now. Now you scare them. Now you make them drop back a little bit. So that big passing play opens up this whole offense.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Wants to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. He's going to let it go. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And now they'll try to get the two-point conversion, guys. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Makes the grab for the two-point conversion as they cut further into that lead.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. To the air on first down. Finds his man. It's Williams. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Tigers can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit, and you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Let's see what he can do with it. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. That was a big stop by the defense. Now to see if they can take advantage and draw a little closer in this game as we're starting to get late. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. So now it's second and long. Quarterback making checks. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Fires to the big fella. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Got it in the middle. It's Anthony. Touchdown, Duke. And they take it in for 6 more points.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Snags it quickly on the left. It's a seam wide open. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more...
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Offense, you got to do a better job. There's got to be more sense of urgency protecting your backup quarterback. You've already lost your starter due to injury. Now that the backup's in, you know you're going to have to hold on for just that split second longer, and they weren't able to do it there.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He'll pull it down. The last thing you need is this guy getting knocked around. Wisely avoids the hit with a slide. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take the lead in this football game.
So they got to be feeling good. They did their part, score. Your defense does your part. Jesse, this offense, keep that momentum. I would say stay aggressive here.
And just keep doing what you were doing on that last drive, right? Well, whatever was working for you, just go back. Keep using those same playmakers to allow you to go down here and score a touchdown.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Quarterback making adjustments. Going to swing it on second down. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Still on his feet at the 40. Oh, out of space. And he's out of bounds, but not before a good, sizable pickup, and that has been a rare sight in this one.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Yeah, and it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Another sack. This quarterback group, not this quarterback, this one, because you're already on quarterback number 2. Taking a lot of hits today. Got to keep these guys upright. Got to protect them. This offensive line has to do a better job.
Quickly complete. That's the end of the period, and Duke has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Clemson will send the punt team out. They'll look to pin them deep. And he will boom that punt out of bounds. No chance for a return. Let's see where the officials spot it. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Brown.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
They're looking to throw on second and short. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Hits the accelerator to the right. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Duke.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wide receiver going in motion. He'll pull it on the read. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
It's always so hard for offensive coordinators to adjust their game plan. When you lose your starting quarterback, now you got your backup in. A lot of times there's so much cautiousness, and you just don't want to run him that much, or you don't feel comfortable with the whole playbook, and you can see it there, and you can see the cautiousness, the hesitation led to a sack.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Power football with the run. Got enough space. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils. The lead gets bigger here in the fourth quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They're in a precarious spot here. That lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Made a defender miss. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
The Tigers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Off the RPO, complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Spin move. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Here comes Clemson with another first down. Wants to keep it in the air. Buying some time. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now inside 4 minutes to go here on second down. Looking to fire. He'll pull it down and run. It's a running room. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. From the red zone, looking for a space. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Clemson is quick to the line. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. That is the last thing you want on first down as an offensive sack. Now it's second down. Back to pass. Rush is on him. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. You really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
Quarterback now on the run. Still looking. He will not get it. A fourth down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. First play of this drive comes from the 5-yard line. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. He wants to change this route. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
This is a big pressure mode for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now third down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Finds his man. It's Anthony. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking to throw on first down. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And I've seen some crazy things with wide receivers. Like, they want the football, they call for it, just like he does here. He wants the football, but, man, you've got to make plays. And if you're going to be loud and you're going to be that guy, when the ball comes...
And the rush will get to him at the 25. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. On the run, it's Moore. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. They have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Makes a connection.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the fourth quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. To the ground with the back. He gets enough for the 1st down. Crowd is silent. Chains are moving. Clock still going.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. It got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
And the Blue Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Broken up, incomplete, and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 2nd down.
No big surprise there, right? You're throwing to a guy that already has 3 touchdown catches in the game, so take another shot. Every time he has looked his way, good things have happened, and that's one of the very few times in this game so far where they have not been able to hook up.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given him some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He is stopped inside the 15 at the 14-yard line, and an interesting call here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll start this drive with a pass. They get to him as he throws.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and to hit that time, help force the incompletion.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the 1st down, or we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute.
Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play. So nice job in coverage.
On 4th down, going to the air. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to. They had to go for it. But now defense, this is the situation when you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here.
Touchdown, Duke! And the stomping has commenced. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. Clemson jumps to the line. Double time, hustling to the line to stop the clock.
No gain on the play. Brings up.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Complete downfield. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. Couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is equally as depressing. I mean, they're going to fall like a rock. This wasn't even a competitive game. This is a bad day, and the rankings will reflect it when they come out.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes. Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Wolverines will boot it away to start the game. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25.